Welcome back. In this final part of our explainer on the Face of It, we're going to dive into the huge change that happens in Derry's character, and we'll unpack the incredibly powerful emotional ending of this play.
Hey, and if this is helping you out, a quick like, share, and subscribe would be amazing. It really helps us make more explainers just like this one. All right, let's get right back to it.
At the heart of this entire ending is a really powerful question. What is the true price of a second chance? Just keep that question in the back of your mind as we go through Derry's final journey. All right, let's get started with what is probably the single most important turning point in the entire play, the profound transformation that happens inside Derry. For the very first time, Derry says something that is just so powerful. He declares, "I'm not my face." And just let that sink in for a second. This isn't just a line he's repeating. This is a total revolution in how he sees himself. He's finally understood Mr. Lamb's message. His real identity, who he really is internal. It's about what he thinks and feels, not just what the world sees on the outside. And you can really see the journey so clearly here. I mean, look at the shift. He goes from being so certain that people hate me to this place of self-acceptance where he can actually say, I don't care about my face. He stops running away from people and starts running towards a connection. And this is all a direct result of that one conversation with Mr. Lamb. And you know what? This isn't just a thought. It turns into action, like right away. He actually stands up to his mother, filled with this brand new determination. He tells her, if I don't go back there, I will never go anywhere in this world again. He gets it, on a gut level. This isn't just about visiting a friend. This moment is his one and only chance to finally break free from the prison he's been living in. So you have to ask, where did all this strength come from all of a sudden? Well, it came from something so simple yet so profound, the influence of a good person. Mr. Lamb said things that mattered, things that nobody had ever said to Derry before. It just goes to show you how a single, meaningful conversation can completely open up a person's mind and give them the courage to change their own life. But just as Derry is racing back, filled with all this new hope and this sense of purpose, the play hits us with this sudden, tragic reversal. This is the story's brutal anticlimax. So the scene shifts back to Mr. Lamb's garden. It's quiet. We hear the sounds we've come to expect. The sound of a branch moving, the soft little thumps of crab apples hitting the grass. But something's different. The air feels tense. And then, a sound that just shatters the peace. A sharp creak, followed by this sickening crash. The ladder falls, and Mr. Lamb falls with it. And after the crash, just nothing. Absolute, profound silence. The energy, the life, that gentle hum of the garden just stops. The suddenness of it is so jarring and really, really unsettling. So what just happened? Well, in literary terms, that's a classic anticlimax. And the irony here is just brutal, isn't it? Derry himself had actually predicted this exact thing might happen. He warned Mr. Lamb. He said, if you fall and you die, nobody will come and look at you. That very fear becomes a tragic reality at the exact same moment that Derry finally chooses to connect with someone. It's just a devastating comment on how fragile hope can be. Okay, so with that tragedy hanging in the air, let's see how this all builds to the most powerful emotional moment of the entire play, as a hopeful Derry finally arrives back at the garden. Derry runs in, he's breathless, and his voice is just filled with this triumphant energy. He's practically shouting, "You see, I came back. You said I wouldn't, but I came back." He is just so desperate to prove that he's changed, that he found his courage, and that Mr. Lamb's faith in him was right all along. But as his words kind of echo in that now silent garden, a terrible question just hangs in the air. Who is he actually talking to? The silence that answers him is heavy and final. He finds Mr. Lamb lying still on the grass, and all that triumph in his voice just evaporates. It's replaced by this desperate, heartbreaking plea. "Mr. Lamb, it's all right. You fell. I'm here." He kneels down beside him, but his words are just met with that same crushing silence. And Derry begins to weep. Now, I know that ending feels so tragic, but it's not actually an ending of despair. See, Mr. Lamb may be gone, but his legacy, the change he sparked in Derry, is really only just beginning. And this is where all those big themes of the play just click into place, right? In this one final heart-wrenching scene, we see the power of self-acceptance, the incredible impact of a mentor, and that vital idea that real learning has to lead to real action. Derry has finally overcome his isolation, and it's all because one person took the time to see beyond his face. Okay, let's switch gears for just a second. A very common exam question is, what do you think Derry will do next? So let's walk through how you can put together a really strong answer. So here's how you'd break it down. First, his life is changed forever. There's no going back. This tragedy won't reverse his transformation. If anything, it's going to cement it. He's going to carry Mr. Lamb's philosophy with him, choosing connection over bitterness. It's very likely he'll grow into someone who, just like Mr. Lamb, keeps his gate open for others, helping them the way he was helped, and continuing that beautiful legacy of kindness. And it all comes back to his final words in the play. I came back, Lammy Lamb. I did come back. This is so crucial. Even through all his grief, he's confirming his promise. He kept his word. The change is real. It is permanent. Mr. Lamb's final and most important lesson was a success. And so we end with this question for you to really think about. The play leaves us with this incredibly powerful idea. How can one conversation, just one single moment of genuine human connection, completely change the entire course of a life?